Welcome to pattern making class. I'm Annette Julie, and today we're working on our princess seam jacket styling. Please watch my prior videos on torso and jacket block development, as well as princess seam draft and two-piece sleeves for jacket. So what you see that we're looking at right now is I have copied my princess seam to shoulder draft, and I've copied it onto a piece of paper. I've put down goalposts, so a shirred hem along the bottom and a grain line up the center front, as well as a grain line up the center back. And I transferred over the grain line information, but I got rid of all of the darts. So when we're taking a look at this right now, we've eliminated this dart here. This is our side back. And we had a shoulder dart, which we eliminated. That was on the princess seam on the center back and side back. Then here on our side front, we eliminated this side bust dart. And then here we have our center front. So we've copied off all four of those. And whenever I'm working on a pattern, I always like to copy it off the same way all the time, right? So we're looking at our center back, our side back, our side front, and our center front. And there's lots of things that we can do as far as style this and make it our own design. I'm going to go ahead and grab my pattern making ruler. And one of the first things that I'm going to choose to do is I'm going to shorten my hem. So right now my draft is longer than I want, and I'm going to go ahead and shorten this and take off the 2 inches all the way across. And now my hem is no longer this lower section. I even moved that whole line, the whole shared hem line, up. Everything went up. But I can also choose to do a design variation. I can bring out my princess seams here at the hem, and I can bring out my side seams at the hem. I could bring these out 1.5 inches, 2 inches. I'm going to mark out 1 inch. These are my princess seams here, and then I'm going to blend from the waist down to that 1 inch. And we would do the same thing on our other seams. Here's our back princess seams. We're going to go out 1 inch. And then you can take that line, blend it up to the waist. But then we also want to do the same adjustment to our side seam. If this is what we want for our style, this is just a style change. This might not be your style change, but it's one way to flare out at the hem. There we go. We've brought that up. Now we need to add to the center back also, because we've brought out here 1, 2, this is our princess seams, 3, 4, those are our side seams, 5, 6, here's our princess seam again here in the back, and then there's our center back. We would come out that matching 1 inch and blend to the waist. Now we need to work on developing our hemline, because this is a curved piece. Because this flares out, we need to actually make a little curved hem. So we're going to go up where the hem goes up about 1/8 of an inch. So go ahead and mark that. I'm up 1/8, up 1/8, and this is at each point that we've gone out 1 inch at the hem. Up 1/8, up 1/8. And then now we're going to curve our hem to work with our flared seams. So I've brought that up, nice little curves. And the measurement I'm using for my curve line, I have my ruler, it goes from about 9 to 12. And one more side seam curve. And now we've adjusted our hemline. We flared out the side seam and princess seams. We've brought up the hem. And we've styled the bottom of our jacket. Now you could also go ahead and style the princess seams. They don't need to stay in the position that they are in. They could be adjusted. I chose to do mine to the shoulder. You could do yours to the armhole. Also, this line could be shifted to the low point. This line could be shifted to the high point as well. We would shift the other lines to go with it. But this video is mostly about the hem and the flare and raising up the hemline or extending it. You could also come back in and soften any lines that are making points at the waist. And do a little bit of softening at the waist. And this is Annette Jolie, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.